Playing the keys means so much to me. It's all I wanna do. Singing for you. It comes naturally. I never thought I'd be doing it this way. And I realized that it's a new art form of some sort, but I don't know what I should call it, because it doesn't matter what I call it. You've already called it something. It's piano punk. It's probably the most punk thing that anybody's ever done. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I was like, dude, really? No, but right now, nobody's taking a risk. Nobody wants to take a chance, cause they're worried they won't get anywhere. But we're already somewhere when we leave the house. Just leaving the house is an accomplishment. Just leaving the house is like, what the fuck? Just leaving the house. And I can't believe that I made it to the shitty dive bar. I can't believe that I made it to my car. I can't believe that I pressed my foot on the gas pedal. And I can't believe that I got out of the house. Can't believe I got out of the house. It's pretty miraculous. I think that a lot of people take a lot of shit for granted. I think a lot of people don't have any idea how good they have it. I don't think that a lot of people know what's going on. They've never know what's going on. They'll never know what's going on. I guess it's easier just to watch a shitcom. I guess it's easier to not turn on your brain. But I've always been on the outside of the outside of the outside of the outside. And I can't seem to get where everybody else is telling me to get to. Not that I want to, not that I want to. I really don't want to be anywhere near you, cause I have it a lot better over here being alone. Even though it might seem lonely, and it is. Even though I get sad thinking about it. Sometimes I get out, and I know what life's all about, and I have a good time, or at least as good of a time as I could have with the sheep, or with the people that are very similar to sheep. Cause I don't want to be mean, and I don't want to say that everybody's the same person, but sometimes I really feel that way. Sometimes I don't relate, I can't relate, but I try to relate anyway, cause that's what I'm supposed to do. It is. That's why God put me on the planet. Try to understand all you earthlings and explain your existence and explain communism and explain why the world's falling apart. But, you know, honestly though, it's like I was talking to my friend Alex. Like, we were talking about some shit tonight. She was like, you know, you can only tell me this. I'm like, I know, baby, I know. That's why I pulled you aside. I'm not gonna try to have these conversations with anybody else. I mean, no matter how, like, open-minded people are, like, they're still sheep. Some level. Now, I don't think you're a sheep just because you have a smartphone. Don't think that. I don't think you're a sheep just because, like, you know, you watch Netflix or whatever. You know, I know everybody's got their escape. I know that everybody's got their routine, or they have, you know, these devices. A lot of people have these devices. I'm just very contrarian, you know. Anytime the culture's doing something, I tend to do the opposite of that shit. I've always been that way. And anytime that I try to go along with the culture, I always regret it and I always hate myself. So it's like, why would I do that? Knowing that that's how I am, knowing that that's how I'm going to react. I just made a decision. It was a very subconscious decision. And I don't know what day it was, but I was just like, you know, fuck everything, you know. I don't need to go along with anything that people are doing. I just need to do what makes sense to me. And, you know, the smartphone stuff, it just didn't make sense. Still doesn't. People, they get so used to the modern, like, whatever's going on in the modern realm. And, like, I realize that, you know, that there are different things that we've all given into at different times. You know, like just having a regular ass phone. You know, like, remember when we got excited about a cordless? Remember that shit? Remember when it wasn't just one phone attached to the wall with a fucking cord on it? Remember, like, when you could take the phone to multiple rooms and that was like, oh my god, you know, that was amazing. And then, like, the car phone and the pager and all that. You know, it's like, there's always going to be that, like, innovation, but I don't agree with any of it, though. I feel like the more innovation we have, like, the less we value, and it just takes us in a worse direction. I mean, I don't think that you can compare having a smartphone to having a regular ass phone at your house. You know, it's not the same thing, man. Like, you can't compare this god-awful monstrosity of a technology that has dumbed everybody down and made everybody so stupid and so dependent on this little mechanism for everything, you know, and it's totally destroyed the fabric of society. It's made everybody so dumb. So you cannot compare it to all these other inventions, because this one is exponentially worse. Like, when you have a phone that is attached to a wall at your house, that shit doesn't make you stupid. I mean, I remember being stuck at the house waiting on a phone call, you know? Like, that was special. That was special, having to be at the house waiting on somebody to call you. 3-way calls, remember that shit? Star 69. It's just all these little things, you know, like, none of that shit makes you stupid. None of that shit makes you, like, communicate in a terrible way. None of that shit makes you a worse human being. You know? It doesn't fuck with your dopamine. That should tell you something right there. Like, that's how you know this is bad. It's a fucking drug. It's fucking with your dopamine. Like, why would I agree with that shit? Why would I go along with that shit? I think more people need to stand up against that. You have such a problem with this direction we're going in society, progress, whatever the fuck you want to call this shit show. You know? Well, then act like it, damn it. Like, you can't tell me that, oh, this is problematic. You can't tell me that you got an issue with it and then refuse to do anything about it. If you can make decisions that are different, that would affect the outcome. And maybe it's not going to affect every motherfucking thing. Nothing's going to do that shit. I mean, people are just so unrealistic, man, when it comes to that. Like, you got to be passionate enough about the things that you believe in to have that passion resonate in your own personal life and have your decisions reflect your beliefs. People might disagree with me on things. They probably think I'm taking it too far. They probably think I'm stretching. You can't see the bigger picture no matter how much you fancy yourself a conservative. You cannot see the bigger picture. You just can't. Oh, hey, it's my favorite time. It's not even that time. It's like 3:30 right now. So it's 3:03 right now. Because this is like 30 minutes off. Yeah, that's my favorite time. I forgot like what the symbolism is for 333, but I think it's good though. At least I hope so, because it's my favorite number. My favorite number used to be 420, but we don't get high anymore. We don't do that. We don't do that because we don't trust any of that shit. We don't. Did you guys know they're making Delta 10? So that's going to be even stronger than the super potent weed that they've been passing around. That's Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Can you imagine weed that's even stronger than the weed that you've been smoking? Oh my goodness. They're just trying to make everybody as crazy as possible. Because the crime rate just isn't high enough.